What's the deal, YouTube? What's the deal? Back at it with another banger today. We got the top CIA declassification operation of NorthWoods. Tongue twister, I know. Yeah, we're basically going to be going over the Operation Northwoods documents, or I guess a little video talking about it. But before we do, you know what your boy's about to ask you. Do I gotta say it today, or are you just gonna do it? Do I gotta hassle you? Do I gotta ask you for my money, or are you just gonna give it to me, dog? Which one is it? Drop a like for your boy. Show some love. If anything laughs, resonates with you, if you learn anything, or you just want to show some damn love. You may not have learned anything. You just want to show some love. Drop a like for your boy, dog. Let's go.
The recently declassified Operation Northwoods documents, kept top secret for 40 years, outline a U.S. government plot to kill hundreds, probably thousands, of American citizens for political gain. In 1962, President JFK's Joint Chief of Staff, General L.L. Lemnitzer, masterminded the Northwoods Plan in order to start a war with Cuba. The American people certainly did not want a war, and neither did Castro, so a series of false flag operations were designed to cause a, quote, helpful wave of indignation and get people behind a war. The methods to be employed were many and varied, from starting rumors using clandestine radio to sinking and setting fires to U.S. ships, dressing like Cubans to attack U.S. bases, blowing up ammunition and planes, starting fires and riots, and last but not least, hijacking and shooting down a commercial passenger plane. The document actually says,
God damn, off the gate, there's already some gems being dropped. But I mean, this wouldn't be the first time that I've heard and seen governments do stuff like this. They like to cause a problem and then push it to the people as like, oh my God, there's some chaotic things going on. Keep in mind, they cause the problem and then they give you the solution. Usually by that time they're taking, like, they can't just take away rights and things like that off of just the gate. You know, they have to have an incentive because people normally aren't going to want to do it. So if they put some fear into you and they put some, oh well, this is bad because of this. I mean, I don't know. There's been a couple other stuff like what's it with the MK Ultra mind control, when they were caught using mind control techniques on people, and it's just crazy. They were caught doing it. It's insane. So whenever this comes out, I mean, it's not hard to believe they were caught doing a lot of crazy, fucking vicious shit. So I mean, this ain't a little too far-fetched.
That, quote, casualty lists in U.S. newspapers would cause a helpful wave of indignation. They even planned to, quote, conduct funerals for mock victims to gain added public support if there weren't enough real victims. All this was already approved and signed by every Joint Chief of Staff and the Secretary of Defense when President John F. Kennedy received it. Thankfully for us all, JFK refused to sign the Northwoods document, and the plan was never carried out. But its very existence proves that the government is certainly not always friendly and looking out for our best interests. Paul Joseph Watson wrote, "It has been officially revealed via declassified government documents that the U.S. military and government has covertly planned to perpetrate acts of terror upon innocent civilians in order to justify an engagement in conflict that would have, at the time, benefited the government's wider geopolitical agenda." According to ABC News, in the early 1960s, America's top military leaders reportedly drafted plans to kill innocent people and commit acts of terrorism in U.S. cities to create public support for a war against Cuba. Long-hidden documents uncovered in 2001 by former ABC News investigative reporter James Bamford, codenamed Operation Northwoods, put a haunting perspective behind the events of September 11th. The Joint Chiefs of Staff documents propose launching a secret and violent war of terrorism against their own country in order to condition the people of the USA into supporting an intended war against Cuba. These sickening plans called for innocent American civilians to be shot, for Cuban refugees to be blown up, for violent and continued acts of terrorism to be perpetrated in major American cities, for innocents to be framed for bombings, and for planes to be hijacked. This would then be blamed on Fidel Castro and Cuba, thus inciting hatred for him and communism and instigating the public backing that the JCS needed as an excuse to launch the pre-planned war. James Bamford wrote,
God damn. So whenever people ask, why don't you trust the government? Why aren't you this? Why aren't you that? You should believe everything they tell you. Do you really think they're going to do these type of things? You're a conspiracy theorist. There's been a long track history of them lying. If you know someone lying, okay, let me just bring it to a real world reality. Okay, you got a homie, you got a homegirl. We all know people like this, lying for no fucking reason. What did you do today? Oh, I went to the, that was a lie. I saw you laying down at your house. You were doing this or whatever it may be. It could be like, did you take this? No, I didn't take it. You find it later in the car. You took it. Say you have someone that's just a track history of lying, and fucking lying. Whenever they tell you something, what are you gonna do more or less? You're gonna be like, oh, let me see this. He might be bullshitting real quick. Let me see what the hell he gotta say. And you're gonna hear him out, but you're not gonna be like, oh, I believe you wholeheartedly. Yeah. You're gonna take it with a grain of salt. You'll be like, you know what? I mean, all right, cool. That sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. And then you're gonna see if you know whether or not it's true or not. You're not just gonna blindly believe it. So that's why whenever they're talking about whenever they do things to screw us over, I mean, it's not, there was just a track history of them lying and lying and lying, faking it. I mean, they faked the goddamn moon landing. So do you honestly think that they're not capable of doing some crazy shit? Yeah, if you want to go listen to about the moon landings or whatever, go look at the last videos I've made. But yeah, that's crazy. So like, yeah, this is why they have a track record of lying. That's why I don't believe everything wholeheartedly. I don't be watching the everything I watch on the news. I don't think that it's like, oh my god, this is like we're doomed. Whatever they said. No, it's just a way of saying like fear porn. They want to scare the shit out of you. Yeah. So I mean, it's pretty crazy. But this is the exact reason right here why I don't believe everything that the government has to say off the first jump. I'm not saying everything they say is complete bullshit, but you do have to look at it. Don't just blindly believe it like a retard. Like, don't do none of that.
the plan, which had the written approval of the chairman and every member of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, called for innocent people to be shot on American streets, for boats carrying refugees fleeing Cuba to be sunk on the high seas, for a wave of violent terrorism to be launched in Washington, D.C., Miami, and elsewhere. People would be framed for bombings they did not commit. Planes would be hijacked. Using phony evidence, all of it would be blamed on Castro, thus giving Lemnitzer and his cabal the excuse, as well as the public and international backing they need to launch their war. David Icke wrote, "It is no good people..."
So basically, they had to do that in order for the people like us to be like, God damn, they just try to attack us. They did something crazy. And that's going to give us a reason to give them more money to go fund that war that they created themselves. And they're putting it on them, acting it like they created it. That's pretty much what I got out of there. I could be wrong, but that's exactly what it sounds like to me. They wanted to cause a problem, but they're like, damn, man, they're not doing nothing to us. So let's bomb this. Let's say they did it, even though we did it. And it'll give us some more money to back up into this war that we want to create. Because guess what? Whenever someone tries to attack America, what do we all do? Not my country. Not my country. I'll empty my damn bank account for you. People are more than, they don't care. I mean, it's a good thing too. We don't want to be fucked with. So we'll dump our bank accounts. We won't mind funding a war if there is some good intentions behind it. But yeah, these obviously weren't good intentions though.
Claiming their leaders could not have been behind the horrors of 9/11 when the documents exist to show that the Pentagon had planned in detail something very similar 40 years ago. And wait for this, Operation NorthWoods also planned the hijacking of civil aircraft. The documents say it was possible to create an incident that would convince the people that the Cuban aircraft had shot down a chartered civil airliner on a flight from the United States to Jamaica, Guatemala, Venezuela, or Panama. In the NorthWoods document, it actually refers to the USS Maine false flag pretext to the Spanish-American War. It reads, quote, "A Remember the Maine incident could be arranged in several forms. We could blow up a ship in Guantanamo Bay and blame Cuba, or we could blow up a drone anywhere in Cuban waters. So Northwoods ordered to sink our own ships, like the USS Maine, ordered to hijack and shoot down our own commercial airliners, like 9/11, and to bomb ourselves, like World Trade Center 93, Oklahoma, Madrid, 7/7, and so many others."
Damn. Well, I guess that's that. Yeah, man, it's just crazy. I don't know. So like, it's just the way it is, bro. I don't know. You can't. It's not that you can't do anything about it. We all gotta stand together. But at the same time, a lot of people are brainwashed. So I mean, they could see documents like these and be like, "Oh man, oh well, it's just you don't know what they were going through." And this, there's always people that are gonna defend them and give them a reason for it. But I mean, I don't know. A lot of people can see what they're doing. I do believe that these documents were released a while back. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I know I saw Eddie Bravo talking about it. But I could be wrong. But that's crazy. This is another reason why I don't trust the government like that. Y'all could say whatever y'all want, label me. You're a conspiracy theorist. You're a denier. You just want to deny everything. That's not the case at all. It's not the case. I'm just not going to believe everything wholeheartedly when I know they have a track record of lying. Just like you wouldn't believe someone that has a track record of lying, or say there's a serial killer and he just killed like 50 people. Would you feel comfortable sitting with them in the damn room next to them, knowing damn well that there is maybe a kitchen knife? Say you're in a living room, the serial killer has you over, and you know that he's killed like 50 people. Even though he's cool with you, you would probably still be like, yeah, we be on the lookout for him. Maybe what if I'm next type of shit. Uh, I don't know. Maybe that's a bad analogy. You know what the hell I'm trying to say. I'm not gonna trust anybody without. Yeah, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I'll keep it G with you. But if you don't got the credibility like that, and you have a track record of doing this or faking things or killing people and doing all type of crazy shit, devil worshiping shit y'all be doing, no, I'm not gonna believe it like that. I'm gonna keep it G with you. I hear it. I definitely hear it. But I mean, that's that. Let me know what y'all think of this video today. Yeah, we're gonna be going over a lot of other conspiracies. So let me know what y'all think. Holler back at your boy. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.